Hey, Robbie over Quadratec.com. We are out here at the 2018 SEMA Show. We're in the AEV booth checking out a ton of new products for the all-new Jeep Wrangler JL. We're going to get started by taking a look at their brand new 2.5-inch suspension. They have it showcased on both a 2-door and a 4-door Wrangler here. As you can see, it is a total replacement coil spring suspension here, not using spacers or anything like that. They also have an all-new finish on their RT 5100 custom tuned shocks. This kit does use the great geometry correction brackets that they've been designing for years to work with the JK. All that combines to give you a great ride and handling characteristics out of this suspension here. It also means it doesn't require any kind of different steering or anything to be replaced up there because they've designed it to work with the stock geometry setups in here, and it is specific to the vehicle that you're running. So if you're running a 2-door or a 4-door, there's going to be different part numbers, and the springs are even as specific as they require to be installed on a specific side. They've taken a lot into consideration to give you great ride handling out of this suspension here. They've also included their new AEV Pro Cal Light that allows you to customize the Jeep for the size tire that you're going to be running here right through the factory radio controls. And that is going to be included in both the 2.5-inch coil suspension as well as their spacer suspension that's just going to give you enough clearance to run a 35-inch tire. Now if we move up to the front here, we can see we've got our brand new bumper totally redesigned for the JL here. Now they've done a lot of stuff with this bumper. Starting the middle section in here, it's actually made from a very high-strength boron steel, and that allows them to make it out of a thinner material, meaning it's much lighter weight. In fact, it's about 20 pounds lighter than the previous JK bumper. One of the other really cool things with this is there are multiple styles of end caps available. So as you can see, we're running the stubby end cap right here. There's also a full width end cap available as well in 2 configurations that take into account whether you've got the stock style flare or the Highline style flare found on the Rubicon. Now one of the other cool things with this here, you see we've got this hoop up top. This is made from stamped aluminum, again, to keep with that lightweight theme. It's actually hollow on the backside to allow you to run all your wiring for your lights. Speaking of lights, they're hanging the lights down from the hoop rather than mounting them from down below. And that's going to give you better sight lines at your winch to help monitor how your line is spooling up on your drum in a recovery situation. Now these lights are an all-new 7-inch light here. Uses a isolator here in the mounting to give you a nice stable design when you're running down the trails. One of the other things, speaking of lights here, they've accommodated all 4 styles of factory fog lights with this bumper. So that means no matter what your Jeep came with from the factory, those lights will work in the end cap here. They've got heavy-duty recovery points down the bottom here that even give you some accommodations if you want to mount a tow bar here to tow your vehicle behind a truck or an RV. And then they've got their skid plate down below here that gives you additional mounting for a light bar for some extra light on those really dark nights. Now one of the other things that's almost a little hard to notice here, but it's really cool, AEV has actually slid this bumper up about 2 inches, and that's going to give you some amazing approach angles on the front here. Let's swing around the side, check out some more stuff. Now around the side here we can see the all-new Borah Wheel, specifically designed with the JL in mind, so it features an all-new back spacing. It's going to keep that wheel tucked in nice and tight, still give you great amount of flex and tire tuck up into the fender here. It is available in basically 3 different configurations, so you could run the wheel by itself, or you can add on the style ring that here. It's going to add some protection to the lip of the wheel, or you can go as far as adding a true beadlock ring onto this. Really nice, gives you a lot of flexibility in just how you're planning on using your Wrangler. Now we've all been familiar with the AEV off-road Jack Base for years. Well, they've redesigned that for the JL as well, and they've tucked it into an all-new location right here in the passenger footwell. They secure it with a little bungee right up there in the footwell, and then they give you a nice wide platform for your jack. It also functions as a wheel chock should you need it, and they've incorporated some threaded inserts into the back here so that you could store this on your tire carrier around back if you choose. And speaking of tire carrier, let's go ahead and check that out. Now around back here we see AEV spare tire carrier here, allowing you to carry a large oversized spare tire, also giving you provisions up high for a third brake light or a backup light. and all that is sitting on an all-new rear bumper here. Now, it does feature some classic lines that we're familiar with from the JK, but they've totally redone this from the ground up to work with the JL. Now, the previous water tank storage that we had in the old bumper is gone. That's strictly for space reasons. These end caps are still going to be made from a high-density plastic here. Now, this is a prototype, so some things may change, but one of the cool things we see on the back here is actually a second location for a swing out to possibly come in the future, allow you to maybe carry 2 oversized 35-inch tires on the back. It's a lot of tire, but really cool idea. Now, of course, with the JL, hold for train horn. Of course, with the JL, the license plate has moved down onto the bumper, and AEV has accommodated that as well, but they didn't just stop at the license plate mount. It's actually dual function. Swing it down, and it's a step to help you get up into the back of your Jeep, or maybe store stuff on a roof rack. Of course, that flips right up out of the way. There's one more thing we have to check out over here on the 4-door. So here we have the AEV snorkel for the all-new Jeep Wrangler JL. They put a lot of thought and engineering into this piece here. There's actually 2 products here. One is meant to work with the Highline Rubicon style flare. Then they've got a second that's meant to work with the standard height sport style fender flare. So you'll make sure you want to choose the one that works with your specific Wrangler. The really cool thing that AEV has done here is they're using a mounting point up high inside the door on the inner A-pillar that still allows you to fold down your windshield. I think that is an absolutely fantastic feature to incorporate into a snorkel here. That's about all we have from the AEV booth here at the 2018 SEMA Show. Of course, make sure you guys hit that subscribe button so you're sure to catch all the latest right here from the show floor. Until then, I'm Rob. I'll see you guys out on the trail.